you sort of mixed up your teams to put fresh eyes on these challenges, but still had, a customer support backlog that had been a pain point for you for years. You solved this eventually by partnering with a third party around some AI solutions. The connections to make that happen took place through the Volaris ecosystem. And you were able to sort of build a partnership that made some of the solutioning possible for you. Can you talk a little bit about how you approach that and what value being inside our network of businesses was able to provide as you made those decisions and made that
Yeah, a great point. And we tend to talk about AI primarily in terms of either what's going to be in the product or how it's going to help us make products faster. It could be in sales, it could be in finance. In my case, it was customer support. So to your point, we had a fairly significant backlog of cases. And even when you hire new employees, it's going to take them a long time to learn a product that had features built over decades. So my initial goal was actually very simple. It was, is there some company out there, shameless plug for Mosaic, that can plug into my case management system and crawl through all of my documentation, all the Confluence and all the JIRA and the PDF documents from 2005, right? So that when I get a new agent on board, a new customer support agent, they can quickly get an answer to a problem. And to your point, back to this great support structure inside Volaris, I was introduced to this company called Mosaic. Now, what that morphed into through brainstorming is, well, if we can make information readily accessible to brand new customer support agents, we can also do self-help for customers, right? They can go on and ask the question. And that morphed into, well, but how do we make sure that we have answers to all the questions they may ask? So let's use the AI to crawl all of our cases. And if there's something that's come up, say, more than 2 or 3 times, we know that's probably a pervasive question. Let's have the AI build a knowledge article about it. And then the next step becomes, and this may be familiar to a lot of you, right? You can very quickly go from having a case backlog to a bug backlog. And that's exactly what happened. And the common complaint from engineering in every organization I've been in is, well, we just don't get enough information to build a reproducible test case, right? We can't duplicate it. And the aha moment was, because I was just going to go try to train the customer support reps to ask the right questions, we actually, using the same tool from Mosaic, built an agent that elicits the information directly from the customer on the problem they're seeing, determines if it's a bug, and then actually populates that into JIRA, which is our engineering system that we use to manage our user stories and ethics, which now gets picked up by another agent that does the triage on the bug. In this case, we didn't have to build any of that ourselves. Going to somebody that actually had the tools off the shelf really got us into production much faster. From the time I signed the PO with the company until we were actually seeing tangible results, honestly, it was only about 30 days.
It's great you were able to approach that decision with a bit of confidence, knowing that you were working with a trusted partner that had been kind of deployed throughout the ecosystem previously, relying on the experience of other leaders throughout the business to sort of stress test those partnerships and make sure that they're the right fit for companies of our type and scale.